Welcome to the Hustle Wing podcast. Today we are joined by Mang-it, who is founder and CEO of Anvil, an organization or platform that specializes in paperwork automation. Hi there, Mang-it. How are you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. For folks at home who might not be familiar with Anvil, please do tell us more about the organization.
Yeah, so Anvil is a software platform mostly geared towards product and development teams who are building software that needs to interface with paperwork. So Anvil makes it easy to build online web forms to capture data, generate documents, PDF documents, and then send it through e-signature, all within your own application. So it's really meant to help product teams build their product faster, especially if it has to deal with any kind of PDF documents or e-signatures.
Sure. What sort of goes behind paperwork automation?
Oh man, there's a lot. I think PDF filling and PDF generation is a big part of it. If in the US, we have TurboTax, which literally walks you through a couple questions and then generates the correct tax forms for you. If you take that example, there's data collection, there's document generation, there is all of the logic and rules behind it, and then there's also e-signature. And then finally, there's the step of sending the documents and data off to the IRS. Anvil kind of helps you with everything up until sending the documents and data off to the IRS, right? So with Anvil, you can take an existing paperwork process, a bunch of forms, upload it into Anvil, build it into an online form for data collection with all of the logic built in, which then generates the documents, sends it to e-signature, and then the output is the completed documents as well as any data you collected for you to store in your system.
So does this apply for, specific parts of businesses, or is it across board?
It's across the board. I would say anywhere there is a PDF form that needs to be filled out as part of a process, Anvil can help you really make that process online and digital.
Sure. We have an audience, of contract workers and side giggers, who I think, might also just be interested in learning just a little bit more about opportunities that you guys might have. What projects or even challenges that you guys have that you think could, you could see yourselves sort of leveraging some contract work from some of our network?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually leverage contract workers already in our product, mostly in the application of our product for a customer. So a customer will come to us and say, hey, I have 5 documents that I want to stop mailing around or emailing around. I want it to be online. I want it to be a web form. And so we leverage contract workers to help us take those documents and then tag the documents. So identify all the fields, specify the right types of fields, the format within Anvil. And then that then becomes the basis by which we build the Anvil workflow. So there is a little bit of work in setting up these documents, similar to like setting up a signature package. You gotta identify the fields and all that stuff. And so that type of work is great for contract workers. It often does help if you understand the paperwork at an intimate level. This is kind of like the hard part of paperwork, which is there's a lot of information about how the paperwork gets completed that you really have to be in the industry to understand. And so, if you are a tax accountant, you understand how to fill out those tax forms better than a normal person on the street. Or if you are in HR or insurance, that's the same thing. So we're always looking for more people to help us transform paperwork into online experiences on behalf of our customers who are really building these into their
I'm also maybe interested then in you touching in some projects that you guys are working on. I mean, I'm sure, as you've mentioned, the work has different facets, so there must be different sort of moving parts or new projects that you guys are constantly sort of refining or working on. Tell us a little bit about those.
Yeah. We spend a lot of time trying to make our user experience easy and simple for the average person. But also, we have a really technical side of Anvil as well. We have APIs and integration points that can use to integrate Anvil directly into your product. So a lot of the work that we do is in the kind of UI, the user interface, to make it simple and understandable and accessible, but also really designing the APIs to be robust and flexible for our power users. So that's an area that we do spend a lot of time on. We also spend, we're exploring right now how to use AI features to really accelerate some of the tagging that I described earlier. The goal is to be able to upload a document and then have the AI automatically identify fields, give each field a proper label, give it a proper type, and then use that information to create a corresponding web form for capturing the data. All of that work that currently requires a human um, can be accelerated, and the human can really be the person ensuring that the tagging is correct, is kind of double checking as opposed to manually doing.
Also you just now just mentioned, some of the work obviously being very heavy on the technical side. I'm
Mhm.
wondering, do you guys, have opportunities around software development, back end, front end? Because we also do have, folks in those areas that might be interested in plugging in.
Yeah, absolutely. I think with anybody who is uh, technically like a solid software developer, someone who's technically oriented, you know, Anvil can help you build your projects for customers faster. A lot of our customers, people who buy Anvil, are actually technology companies, and they are using Anvil to very quickly take an offline process, turn it online, and then integrating it into their so they can manage uh, not just specific processes where they have an entire engineering team to build it. They can now go out and manage a diversity of scenarios that require paperwork. A good example of this would be kind of like hiring documents. You have a standard set of hiring documents that need to be filled out, but then each state has a different set of documents that need to be filled out. And then each organization has their own documents that need to be filled out. And so if you were building it one by one with a team of engineers and designers, that would take a really long time. But with Anvil, you can really quickly build them, and the engineers can focus on integration, and the designers can just focus on making it look on brand. So there's a lot of benefits to using Anvil as part of your software development stack.
Nice. Before I let you go, I want us to go back to those opportunities for our network. If you could please just again quick rundown, if I'm home and I'm thinking of wanting to be a part, and plug in again, some of my skills. Just a quick rundown of those opportunities that you guys have for contract workers.
Yeah, a quick rundown. The On one end, we have paperwork tagging. There's a lot of work to be done to get these documents ready for conversion into an online experience. And then we also have workflow building, which requires a little bit more technical acumen, especially if you want to do customized logic. So that's great for somebody who's technically oriented. And then on the far end of the spectrum, we have the embedding and API integration points that allows a software engineer to really, really quickly spin up new interfaces for capturing data that is generating specific documents or embedding e-signatures into their product. That would be great for most technical.
Awesome. If I'm sitting at home and I want to, learn more about the platform, where do I go? Are you guys on social media platforms? Do you guys have websites? All of that information, please do share.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, we have a website. It's useanvil.com. That's USEANVIL. We are very active on LinkedIn, somewhat active on X or Twitter. And we do like hosting a lot of events for kind of our developer and builder community. That's what we call it. Community. So if you're ever in the Bay Area or as we kind of expand across the country, keep an eye out. Follow us on LinkedIn, and there will be invites there.
Thank you so much, Mang-it, for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.